So, I hope everyone is having a great day, because I know I am. I just finished the 20 wins. Um, it was very stressful to say the least, so these are not live games that I'm going to be going over. I'm going to be going over my replays. This is the deck I used right here, which it is, trust me. If you haven't already, and you're pretty frustrated with the 20 wins, just try this deck out, trust me. Dark Goblin is really interesting with the drill, and so is the Firecracker, and then you have the Skeleton King and the Skeleton Army, right? The super synergy. So the idea is you Goblin Drill in the back, and you Dark Goblin in the front, so that just like you would with a miner, so that it would pull back the troops and your Dark Goblin locks onto the tower, or the same with Firecracker. You put it in the front so that the Firecracker will splash. But I don't want to be too boring. Let's just go ahead and hop into one of these. I guess we'll do a Lava Hound matchup, Lava Loon actually. So this, believe it or not, is a very good matchup. You wouldn't think so at first, but because he has guards instead of Valkyrie, it is not necessarily a good matchup for him. It's in fact a very good matchup for me. So what I like to do is if I cycle a Firecracker in the back, I like to drill in front, which I obviously messed up there, but I like to drill before she crosses the bridge so that they won't activate King Tower, but they still activated King Tower here. So easy defense, easy cleanup right here. Messed up my Tesla a little bit, but I activate my ability here, I believe, because I wanted him to play his Valkyrie, because remember, I think he has Valkyrie. So as soon as he plays his Valkyrie, I was going to scar me opposite lane. But instead he fireballs, which was strange to me. So I knew it was Lava Hound. I thought it was Lava Loon. Well, I didn't know it was Lava Loon yet. I hadn't seen enough cards, but I assumed it was. Or, I'm sorry, he already played his balloon. Okay, it is late, trust me. So, easy cleanup with the Dark Goblin. Dark Goblin's going to be hard for him to take care of as well, and I knew that. So, he has to just let it go. The ability for the Skeleton King is going to be extremely important in this matchup. Because he does not have Valkyrie, it's going to get so much value. And that's exactly why I did this, because I knew he didn't have Valkyrie. And you would think you wouldn't use the ability here, but I still used it because I wanted to kill the Inferno Dragon, and I also wanted to get that chip damage splash on the tower from the Firecracker. So Firecracker stays alive here, which I was really hoping it would, and it ended up staying alive. So, really annoying for him. He doesn't really want to fireball it, right? So, instantly go same lane, which was a little bit of a misplay on my part, because I don't really want him putting troops behind the Lava Hound. So, like, if he would have Skeleton Dragons, that would have been really annoying. So, I want to keep up the pressure opposite lane, and here's a really, really cool, well, not necessarily cool, but a very clutch play on my part. So if you see, I have my Dark Goblin selected because I knew he was going to fireball my Firecracker. So as soon as that fireball hit, instantly Dark Goblin, because I had to get rid of that balloon. That's the biggest thing. So I Skarmied here, and you see how he zapped the opposite lane, but I thought he was going to zap the Skarmy. That's why I instantly went with Wall Breakers, which wasn't even a bad play looking back at it. And then, obviously, Skeleton King opposite lane with the ability, and how does he defend it? Very, very hard for him to defend it. He messed up his fireball because he thought the Skeleton King was going to move. So then he zaps, and it's just, oh my goodness, so bad for him. Dark Goblin locks onto the tower, and it's good game right there. So, that was a very fun match. This is just, I have no idea what was going on with this guy. Wasn't even playing a spell. So, extremely easy match there. Here we have Lava Clone, which I did end up beating Lava Clone as well. But instead of watching that one, let's go ahead and watch one that isn't Lava Hound. So this technically is a hard counter as well, just because how am I supposed to kill his Archer Queen, first of all. Second of all, his Earthquake gets like infinite value. Because, I mean, think about it. If I Tesla, he can Earthquake. If I Skeleton Army, he can Earthquake as well. So it just gets like infinite value. It's extremely annoying. So I already know that going into this match, and I do a little bit of a misplay early on, but it's fine. So I'll show you guys where that hits. Just cycling cards at this point, trying to wait and see what he does. I cycle a Skeleton King in the back. That's an okay Archer Queen for him. Not amazing, but I know he doesn't have Skarmy in hand, so I can get away with this. Do not know what those hogs were. I have absolutely no idea. He probably just misplayed, but either way, Tesla here, because that was my misplay right there, by the way. You do not use too much Elixir on defense if they have enough Elixir to Earthquake, which he did. So, like, because I went on so aggressive on offense there, he was actually... if he would have Earthquaked that Tesla, I would have taken so much damage and would have not been able to do anything about it. So yeah, maybe a good Goblin Drill, but he would have gotten way more damage. In this matchup, you don't ever try to trade damage. So like, you want to defend properly. If you don't defend properly, you'll lose. You don't ever want to just Goblin Drill and ignore troops. Then, of course, Mr. Skeleton King decided to walk backwards, which was terrible for me. But because he just logged, I knew a Dark Goblin would be really, really good. So instant Dark Goblin at the bridge, trying to take care of this Goblin Brawler. So I knew I could Skarmy here because he didn't have Login Cycle because he just used it. But I was wondering what he was going to do here. So good Fire Spirit, and I'm hovering my Tesla right now because I knew he probably would hog. And I think he does end up hogging. Let's see. So, there they are. I think I decided to Fireball, which was super unfortunate because the Wall Breakers pulled back one of the pigs, but we are fine. I Dark Goblin to try to bait out his log so that I can use a Skarmy on offense, which he does, and I don't remember if I used Skarmy on offense or if I waited. See, it's fine for me either way now because his Archer Queen, my Skarmy will get value against his Archer Queen, so I knew that. He honestly was not playing his log very well. He should not have been logging my Dark Goblin. He should have been logging my Skarmy, and that's pretty much where he ended up messing up this match. So, I can go in here. I got the extra skeletons and everything. He rolled deliveries that. I still get a little bit of damage if I remember right. Okay, so then obviously there, another really bad play. So I Dark Goblin and Fireball because Dark Goblin cleans up everything. I think I still Skarmy here because I knew it was going to get a lot of damage. But I think that Earthquake by him was a mistake. So Dark Goblin gets a lot of value because his log isn't in cycle, which I played it that way on purpose. Unfortunately, that Brawler goes backwards, but it ends up working out fine in the end. And the reason why I missed part of that Fireball was because those Royal Hawks decided to go backwards. So I didn't take that into consideration, but now I'm trying to bait out his log as quick as possible so I can use the ability. So then that Queen hopefully will die. I think I go ahead and Firecracker at the bridge here. So then he doesn't have his login cycle. Firecracker, and that's where I get like the majority of my damage, and pretty much right there it was GG. I mean, it was GG, I guess, because it was overtime. But yeah, all about moving around his spells and everything. This match, I don't remember what happens. This is a harder match as well. I'm just gonna watch this one and then I'll show you guys the 20 wins, which was actually Graveyard Freeze. I think I got lucky in this 20 win because I didn't go against many like balloon freezes. I think I went against one, which this deck is like super hard to defend. Balloon freeze, like it's almost impossible, it feels like. So again, just staying extremely passive. You don't want to use your Skeleton King ability all the time, and you want to use them on defense sometimes. So this, I believe I messed up a little bit. I think he ended up going to my tower, but then he messes up in lightnings, which was a really, really bad lightning. So now I'm up 3 elixir, so I just pressure, like insane pressure. So he messes up with that bandit, and I Skarmied here, but I was scared of Zap, but he snowballs instead, which probably in hindsight would have been way better for him to E-Wiz. But because he snowballs, that was very good for me because now I know exactly what he's playing. So we're up damage already because of that lightning. Baby Dragon is annoying for sure, but it's not impossible to deal with. So whenever they decide to like P.E.K.K.A in the back, you want to Skeleton King and then Skarmy in front of the P.E.K.K.A, and then as soon as they zap it or use their spell, then you use the Skeleton King's ability. And you think that Tesla might be a bad Tesla, but honestly with him having lightning, and then he plays the Dark Prince, which gives my Tesla value, but if with the lightning, I usually wouldn't have Goblin Drilled like that, because I needed the Goblin Drill in case if he played a Ram Rider at the bridge. But yeah, see, I knew he was going to snowball, so I instantly went in there, and then now, beautiful King ability. That's exactly how you want to be playing his ability. So, get a lot of value there. And then I'm cycled back to Tesla, so I'm not scared of his Ram Rider. I cycled Dark Goblin there, which in front of the tower, so that the Baby Dragon doesn't get damage. So then this is what I'm talking about, but I think I pressure first. Yeah, I pressure, try to get him to play something in front, which he does, which is an E-Wiz. I think I messed up a play right. Oh no, I played it right. So this is how you want to play your Firecracker against E-Wiz, especially when you're up in damage. So then he messed up that, so I was able to Skarmy, waiting for him to snowball. As soon as that snowball came down, instantly going for the King's ability, and now what can he do? Honestly, what is he going to do? He doesn't have Bar Barrel. He doesn't have anything that he can take care of this with. So I go in again, and honestly, pretty easy win right here. Just Fireball and Desperation Lightning there. So I also beat a Spawner deck, which, you know what, let's do this one too. We're only 11 minutes in. I don't even care. I'll go ahead and speed this up at twice the speed. This is another extremely hard match. You want to be Dark Goblin taking care of that Furnace every single time. Because you need, well, not every single time. Once you hit double and triple elixir, you don't want to use it. But terrified of his Bar Barrel. Be terrified of that Bar Barrel. Like, trust me. If you Skarmy improperly against the Bar Barrel, you will, against the Cannon Cart and they Bar Barrel, you will lose, like, instantly. So I know he has Bar Barrel now, and I will not be playing Skarmy So Frivolous. So he lets that go, which was pretty nice for me, but you'll see in a minute that I actually don't go same lane as him, and the reason why I don't go same lane as him is you do never go same lane as these stinking spawners. And you think, oh, cycling Skeleton King in the back is bad, but I honestly did not know that he had the Mega Knight yet. I really did. So if I would have known he had Mega Knight, do not cycle Skeleton King if they have Mega Knight. You will lose. Like, trust me, you have nothing against it besides the Skeleton King. So I got lucky a little bit when he played it. I was expecting him to have like E-Barbs or something like that. So split those, just trying to take care of stuff. Again, went opposite lane and look how much damage I got. That was the big thing. Had to go opposite lane. So he played his Mega Knight, and look at how awkward my hand is. So I missed that Fireball. It was fine in the end. I ended up just playing Swarm Troops until it finished it off. But now he doesn't have like this big spawner thing built up, so it makes it hard for me to break through. It's only small. So then here's my Skeleton King. There, I actually don't miss my Fireball. And I go in this time knowing he has Bar Barrel, but hoping one of those would make it. It doesn't end up making it. So again, just cycling things, trying to get back to a Fireball and whatnot. And because he uses Bar Barrel, I could play my Skarmy there. He messed up that Mega Knight. I don't know why he decided to play that Mega Knight. But still not Fireball range with the drill. But because he ended up doing that, it was Fireball range then. So let's get into this last match, and then we'll be done. So this is a hard counter if I've ever seen one. He's got Bowler Valkyrie. Very, very hard. Now, remember what I told you at the beginning, where you want to drill in the back with the Dark Goblin? That's key in this matchup, because they don't know what you're going to do. You can drill in the front and Firecracker, or you can drill in the back and Dark Goblin. And the Valkyrie is bad in both situations. So as soon as I saw the Bowler, I was absolutely terrified of Balloon Freeze. So I just, a little bit of counter pressure on the other lane. But trying to chip him out with a Firecracker here at the bridge. He Mega Minions. which tells me that he doesn't really have a small spell, but when I was playing, that didn't really cross my mind, to be honest. Again, I couldn't cycle Tesla there because I was scared he had a, I was scared he had Balloon. Now this is exactly what I'm talking about. I played the drill in the back. Why? Because I wanted that Valkyrie to go behind, and look how much damage I get. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Dark Goblin shots. So much damage. So I play Skeleton King here, just trying to collect those souls in case if I needed them later on. And I continue to pressure opposite lane here, and the reason why I do this is because Bowler, you don't really want to push same lane as them. So I'm kind of trying to like trick him into thinking that I'm going that lane, but I'm actually not. Is kind of the idea. Hopefully it would work out for me, which it does end up working out for me. So this is the first time I see the graveyard. I'm like, okay, that's cool, and it didn't register that he's probably playing freeze. So I almost played a Dark Goblin here, and so I didn't. So he got like so much damage. But now my Tesla is going to get so much value because his freeze is useless against the Tesla. And I'm just going to be Teslaing at the river to keep his Bowler from crossing, which is big. And the other thing is, now I cannot play Dark Goblin, which I think I played Dark Goblin like one time, but I want to make sure when I'm not playing Dark Goblin, I'm pressuring. So again, like I'm going the one way, but then I go the other, which he doesn't defend the other side, which is good because I want to keep both lanes open in case if I need to, which I definitely need to. Like I said, I'm still kind of just like going back and forth. Really good Skarmy because I knew he didn't have a good counter for it. Tesla low, Dark Goblin to the side, Skeleton King up high so he can't freeze everything, which he tries, but he misses the Dark Goblin. So that's good for me. So I went same lane here, trying to get chip damage. I think I used his ability. Again, pressuring with the Skarmy, opposite lane. So I used the ability to get rid of him and to also keep the Valkyrie stationary towards the tower. Then, again, pressuring opposite lane. I got to keep the opposite lane pressure up. And this is where I got lucky. That wall breaker connecting saved my butt. Look at how much damage I got because of it. He literally had to Bowler. And then now that both of my lanes are open, I instantly have counter push in the other lane, and he's got to worry about too much. He can't graveyard. So I don't want to play Dark Goblin here. This is the first time he played Inferno Tower, so that Skarmy was kind of useless. But again, don't want to play Dark Goblin here. Can't play Dark Goblin. So I just continue to pressure. I go ahead and play that with the idea of playing Dark Goblin at the bridge. But that Mega Minion kind of thwarted my hopes and dreams. So Skeleton King in the back for that. And I was ready for his graveyard here. So I instantly Tesla up high, Dark Goblin down low, and then Skeleton up high to keep him from being able to get everything with the freeze. So I still fireballed because I saw those few skeletons at the bottom and they scared me. Bowler gets a hit on the tower. Not good. So I went ahead and went in with it. The Goblin Drill again. Kind of got lucky on that. And still not in the lead. I'm desperate for damage though because I know one graveyard freeze and it can be over. So I continue to pressure, trying to keep him from going in for another graveyard. I wall breaks in the back, which may look dumb, but the reason I did that is because I wanted them to be able to make it to the tower. So again, Dark Goblin, Skarmy, and if you look at this, maybe I can slow this down for you. This is big. I'll go ahead and speed it up and then slow it down. So as soon as I saw that Bowler, I knew he was going in, so I knew I had to pressure. So that's exactly why I went in with the drill. I played Skarmy here. He knew if he played freeze, he was not going to be able to defend. And that's the big thing. So because my Dark Goblin's down there, he couldn't really do anything. He honestly couldn't. So he freezes way too late. And there it is. That was the 20 win right there. Against a pretty big hard counter. I'm just like super excited. This is actually my first 20 wins. The last one, I did not get 20 wins. So I thought I got 17 wins or 16 wins, but apparently not, or I would have a badge. Yeah, I got the 20 wins with this deck. You guys should really try it out if you're struggling. It's a really fun... Oh, it's not actually... Sorry, we'll do this. If you're struggling and you want to play something that's fun, this is so much fun to play. It's a lot of fun to play. I definitely recommend it. So, with that being said, peace out.